What's going on, everyone? Michael here at 3D Print Everything, and today we are going to go inside a Fokoos extruder. As you can see, we already have gone inside of it, so I went ahead and took this apart. Presenting problem was it jammed up pretty good. So because I'm in a makerspace, occasionally some of the fellow makers that I know pretty well will go ahead and use my machines, and yeah, there's pretty much only one, and we've kind of come out to agreement, so no more to talk about that. But this printer got jammed when I was not around. When I came in today, I see that he had come in and actually drilled out the the jam, but it still was not fixed. It still was stuck. So I wish I had captured all of this on film, but yeah. So essentially, this is what their little filament runout sensor looks like. Hopefully mine is still good. I think it is. So it rides in that little notch right there. Makes it nice and flat. I kind of like this otherwise. That's pretty nice compared to some of the other ones I've seen. And what I experienced is some of the plastic actually got in between the little space in between that thing. So this thing was getting jammed, and afterwards I could still see, actually I thought I saw it on the table here. But yeah, there was a little bit of trash still up in here. So, but this is what the back side of this thing looks like. That's what the front of it looks like. In order to get this heat sink block off, there are 2 bolts back there. We do not need to do that. There is 1 bolt here to loosen up your heat block. I'm not going to take that off. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this back in place, so you'll see at least how it goes back together. So that fits in place real nice. This might be tricky to do while holding the camera, but we'll see if we can get through it. Alright, we put that one in place. And this little screw here was a teeny little Allen. I don't know if the printer came with this Allen or not, but I luckily found one that at least worked. Doesn't even look like it's the right size. But it was extremely loose in there, so that's that. And then this one, this piece just sits with the little orange steel right there. Now this seemed a little bit squished to me, but it just kind of sits right there and then pushes up against that. So let's see. So essentially just like that. Now you kind of compress it and slide it in. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that looks better. When I looked at this, mine was all smushed sideways, so that it feels better too. Okay, so that'll be more even. That's good. Now we figured that out. Now to just put this back on. See, the cooling fan's actually on, the part cooling fan. So this was not too difficult. Remind me which way this went. Like like this? I believe it went like this. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it went kind of like that. Sorry, I'm looking in real life and not as much on the phone. Oh, melting that. Alright, let's see. Going slow, right about there. Perfect. So that's how that's gonna sit. And we're gonna put one right here. Might need 2 hands for this, so let's see. Oh, that would have worked. Why didn't I do that from the beginning? Alright, so we're going to take this, screw it in a little bit, take the bottom one, screw it in. It is always better to kind of get them both started, especially before you tighten it. I'm actually doing this all while the hot end is still hot. I just kind of got in the habit of doing that. It definitely gets you in the habit of not touching the hot end. Not that it needed to be hot, but I had put, filament through it and whatnot. But I often will fix a printer while it's still running. There are quite a few things you don't want to do. You don't want to be unplugging steppers left and right while it's running. You don't want to be, doing certain things. You don't want to be soldering or anything like that. But, alright. But I mean, otherwise, as far as like easeability and, getting into the Where did this one go? This just kind of shove up like this, I guess. Yeah, as far as like easeability of getting into it, I'm quite happy. That was a pretty decent experience. Not too hard at all. Woo! Touch that hot end just a little bit. And surprisingly enough, you do have to be careful with how you stab your with how you stick these bolts in, because I have numerous times. Actually, what the heck? Why didn't this bolt go in? I have numerous times accidentally stuck a bolt into the fan. As goofy as that sounds, I've done it. So just be careful, or stuck the stinking Allen wrench right into the fan when I'm trying to just get it right on top of the nut. So you want to look out for doing that. Just be a little careful. But that's pretty much it. I'm not going to put the fan guard back on this one, just because I don't run things into the fan. I like just a little bit more airflow. It could be silly, could not be, but why is this tightening all janky like this? Is it because of the back of the plastic? It's like stuck to the fan. Maybe it's just at a bad angle. What the heck? And let's see. There it is. That's what we were looking for. So now that that's in there, you can put it back together, and then it's just 2 bolts to cover up all the electronics, and you are back in business. So do not be afraid to get into your Fokoos. Actually, that doesn't look... Oh, you know what? That's probably perfect, because the little cage, I might end up putting the cage back on there, because I think these bolts bottom out right perfectly where the cage is supposed to be, and not perfectly. Yep, that's fine. It's actually tight, so we'll rock with it like that. And then this just goes on like this. But this is my first video back from Christmas. Comment down below how many of you got a 3D printer, or maybe got one of these for Christmas, and if you were needing help with it, or what you think of the video in general. But I'm happy to have all the new people. I know there's going to be a big influx. There always is every year after Christmas, so definitely welcome all of our new 3D printers in the comments if you see a comment written by a new person. But thanks guys, and we will see you in the next video. So it's just like this bolt goes right there, and you got it back together. And then just reverse that to take it apart, obviously. But that's how to get in and unjam a Fokoos Odin Smart direct drive. Thanks guys, have a good day.